I'm Josh with Waupaca Community Media, joined once again Aaron Jensen, Save Waupaca, and Ron Sari from the Waupaca School District to get up to date with everything going on. Hello, guys.
Hey, Josh.
And the first thing we want to start with, some good news out of the schools. We heard last week that your staff was getting vaccinated, and you're right around that 80% mark for staff being vaccinated. Tell us about that milestone.
Yeah, well, last Wednesday, our staff, those who wanted to get a vaccine, got poked with the vaccination for the Johnson & Johnson. And throughout these last several months, different staff have been getting different vaccines, but between 75 and 81% of our staff is now vaccinated. So that's pretty exciting news for us.
Very cool. And some other exciting news, it's your 5th week of any student who wants to be back in person being in person. And based on what the data is telling you, you're able to lift back a little bit on certain restrictions. So where do things stand as of right now for your students?
Yeah, the data continues going in the right direction. We've had several days where there were 0 positives in our 2,445 person cohort. Right now, we're averaging in the teens for the amount of people who have to be quarantined. So it's the best that we've been since this thing started. And a lot of our data shows like early July into June, and some of it even into March, at places where we're at, where we haven't been since then. So yeah, we're starting to talk with our advisors about the different lifting of certain restrictions and our music. We can have music inside now. We didn't used to be able to do that. But recently there was a purchase of covers for some of the instruments. Singing is taking place inside, distanced with masks, but it's happening and in the middle and high school, and it's filtering down into the elementary too. In a few weeks, the classroom teachers in the elementary will be allowed to start singing, and that's another milestone for us as we continue forward here.
And another milestone, summer school in person 5 days a week starting this June.
Exactly. Yeah, in person 5 days a week, and we're hoping that as many people as possible can take advantage of that.
Now, I don't remember offhand, but you didn't have summer school at all last year. Is that recollection correct?
Yeah, that exactly. It was, we were planning for the in-person, and then we were thinking about remote, and then just with the way it went, we had to cancel it. So we're happy to be able to have that another learning opportunity for our kids this summer.
And something else going on this summer, or as early as this spring, is the tearing up of Main Street, Aaron. That's beginning in days.
Yes, if you've been watching any of these videos with Josh and me and Ron and Justin, you've probably heard a lot about this, so I'm not going to get into detail. But it does start next Monday already, March 29th, and that'll be a Fulton Street, Main Street intersection closed for 3 days. Then from after that 3rd day, they'll move on to North Main Street, and that'll be the next 3.5 months. And I promised I'm almost getting into more detail than I anticipated already. So I know Josh and our Public Works Director, Justin Behrens, recorded a video with the most updated information, and I believe that will go out sometime tomorrow. So keep an eye on Facebook and our website for all pertinent information about Main Street.
And if anyone wants emails to their inbox, go to downtownwaupaca.com, and you can sign up to get on the email list for this project too, and keep up to date. So from Main Street, we move right into elections, and a couple things going on with elections. Those are coming up soon in person, but people that want to absentee vote as well, they can do that ongoing right now.
Yeah, so starting, well, on March 6th, that's a Tuesday, that's when our election date is. And for those of you who don't know, it's not a presidential election, primary or regular, obviously. So a lot of times people don't know what's on the ballot and what they can vote for. For this election, it's school board in the Waupaca School District. It is Aldermanic District number 5, which means that anyone living in the city can vote for a council member if they are in wards 5 or wards 10, which the best way to describe that is kind of surrounding Mirror and Shadow Lake area and by the hospital, Theta Care. So look for that on your ballot if you're living in one of those areas. And then also State Superintendent of Public Instruction. So those are the 3 that will be on the ballot, especially if you're in one of those wards. And and we encourage everyone to come. The polls open at 7 a.m., close at 8 p.m. It's at the Waupaca Recreation Center for any city residents. Obviously, if you're in the townships, you go to your town halls. And we look forward to seeing everyone at the polls.
Jumping back to Ron, you had a surprise visitor in the school recently, and it turned out to be an excellent visitor. Excellent visit. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we ran the canines through. That was kind of unexpected and unannounced, and so the drug dogs came through, and we are very happy to report that it was uneventful, which is what we like. That's a positive thing when it's uneventful, and just want to thank our community for their support as we work hard to keep our school, our high school, safe and drug-free. So it's a good announcement to have. We'll be doing more of these now that, you know, most of our kids are learning in person in the buildings.
Excellent news. And we want to close up with something unique going on. It's a target marketing video project that both of you can speak on to help promote the Waupaca area. And tell us what it's about and what the status is.
Well, this is another thing you've probably heard us touch on, and we're working as a part of our Waupaca growth type effort, obviously trying to attract residents to our area. I think we all benefit from that, from a tax base, from a city standpoint, from a school district standpoint, from a state aid standpoint, per student that comes into the district. Our businesses benefit with more expendable income and more people to visit those businesses. So it kind of, and then our workforce, our large employers, and they benefit from getting people to fill their jobs that are so needed. So we've done this residential kind of marketing campaign trying to attract people, and we're putting some investment into it from a city standpoint, school district standpoint, and chamber. And we're using that money to go to this target marketing campaign. And we put together a video last week. Terry Schultz had me and Ron get on, and she kind of walked us through in an interview format. I talked about this effort, and then she's going to send that to all our local businesses in the area, and and give them some information, and if they think it's worth it, and if they think they can benefit from it, maybe they want to contribute, maybe they just have questions about it, maybe they want to utilize the videos we have to send to prospective employees that might want to move to Waupaca, and they want to make Waupaca look as good as it is. The more people that see the videos, the better. We would just ask that they reach out to us, and we provide anything to them that we can.
You know, I would just interject, Aaron, you're right on. And, you know, as excited you and I and Terry are about this project, I was excited that people, well, actually, some of the chamber business members who heard about what we're doing, they got pretty excited and requested that we cut this video to share to the rest of the business community so other people are aware of it. So it's exciting that other people feel the same way we do about it and understand the benefits, you know, that this has for all of us, all of the stakeholders in our community, between the businesses and the school district and in the city with the tax base, and improving that, and knowing, Aaron, the work that you and your teams have done to create 116 housing units, whether it's single family or multifamily, that are in the works right now. Some of them have been completed, and some of them are in the works. It's just so great, because there is a need for more housing in our community. People want to send their kids to the Waupaca School District, but they got to find a house, and your work is really helping fulfill this.
Yeah, no, it's our staff members have been fantastic, and they're working their tails off to make sure that we can process all these things. And obviously the help from you guys at the school district and the chamber, and everyone's kind of on the same board, which makes it, or same route, which makes just a huge difference. And good point. Yeah, it is exciting to when we talked about this type of thing at that chamber meeting, and there were some other interest other than us, which led to this video. So that is cool. But so we're excited, Josh.
Well, Ron and Aaron, thanks again for the good news going on here in Waupaca.
You're welcome. Thank you
very much.